Well, welcome into 7 horse racing. It is TATT'S TIARA Day, and Tufane looks to emulate 𝑑ame to be the latest horse to win the Stradbroke and TATT'S TIARA double. Can she do it? We'll find out later on. She has hot competition. It's a pretty even race, and Brooklyn Hustle, one of those to add spice to the mix. And of course, we get to see rising superstar 𝑻𝒉𝒆 as he steps up in grade this afternoon on a winning streak. And we've also got away game to add to a wonderful afternoon of racing. Emily Bosson with you, and looking forward to getting into our program this afternoon. It's been a very turbulent 24 hours within horse racing. It's meant to have Caitlin Mallion beside me today, but Nathan, you're a very good stand-in, and looking forward to getting into the program this afternoon.
Yeah, it's a terrific card here today. Sort of rounds out our Winter Carnival here in Queensland. We've got a great tiara, and as you mentioned, so much interest in 𝑖ncentivize going to stakes grade today. Can't
wait to get into things. Here's a look at what's coming up on the menu today. The TATT'S TIARA, obviously the feature, the final Group 1 of the season. We've got the 2,400 metre TATT'S Cup, the WJ Healy Stakes, and also from Rose Hill, the Civic Stakes. Of course, that meeting was meant to be Randwick, now transferred to Rose Hill, and that listed race is one of their features. What about the weather conditions here at Eagle Farm this afternoon? We can have a little look at those as well. Just had a little bit of rain around, about 7 millimetres in the last 7 days. Good for track conditions. The rail's out 6 metres. It's reasonably cold here today, Nathan. It's reminding me of New Zealand, but certainly won't affect the racing in any way. Ben, we'll get to you and find out what you like here in this first race we're covering, the Battle of the Bush final.
Yes, coming to you from a masked up Rose Hill, and I must say we've had some great racing here already too. But looking forward to the Battle of the Bush final, of course sponsored by TAB. 𝑩𝒂𝒕𝒕𝒍𝒆 is your favourite at $4.20, equal favourite with Tango Rain. 𝑚𝒉𝒆 at $4.40 on the third line. Fully Maxed has had some good support, $19 into $9 and 13 or more the remainder as we have a look at those further down the page. But given we are close to a start, our hot horse for this race, race number 5 from Eagle Farm, is 𝑏olente, aptly named by sizzling and of course means piping hot in Italian.
Yeah, very well named indeed. And what form this horse has, because it's past 18 starts, has recorded 12 wins. It does have to carry the 62 kilos, Nathan.
They're used to it, some of these country horses, though, Em. They're out in the bush, they carry those big weights. So they've come from far and wide from this race. There's 16 qualifying races, and this is the final. $200,000. A lot of time they're racing for sort of $5,000 and $8,000, these horses.
Yeah, it's a big deal, and so important to have this concept for country racing. Interesting, the earlier races we've seen, they've been coming down the outside, haven't they?
Yeah, we saw the last race on Stradbroke Day. Brooklyn Hustle got to the extreme outside, and that's a pattern that's developed across the first 4 races here today. You'll see the jockeys scouting wider as the day goes on.
Well, let's link in with our caller very shortly. This is the Battle of the Bush over the 1,200 metres, and some of these horses still behind the gates loading up. Interesting fact about Tango Rain, actually, once ran second in the Group 3 San Domenico, beating home Capitalist, and here it is today contesting the Battle of the Bush.
He won his first couple in Sydney, then he tortured punters for a long time, but he's become a prolific winner in the bush since coming to Queensland.
Yeah, 13-time winner, and what a horse he's been for connections. Does have to overcome a pretty horrific draw here today, though. That's certainly something to consider. Outside of them, 𝑚𝒉𝒆 obviously gets the jockey change today as well. So lots going on, isn't it, with regards to the program coming up?
They fared pretty well, 𝑚𝒉𝒆. They booked Hugh Bowman but got Craig Williams as a replacement, so they have to be happy with that.
Absolutely. Well, let's head up to our caller for the 5th on the program, the Battle of the Bush.
And the field for the Battle of the Bush will be just about set and ready to run here at Eagle Farm. So Sweet Venom about to join the line, and Raiden. The rest of these runners face up well. Fully backs the grey in close with 𝑏olente. Stunner picks up the button here. Just waiting on Raiden to join the line. Raiden completes it. They're ready to jump for the Battle of the Bush. Good luck, everyone. Red light blinks on top of the barrier. They're racing in the Battle of the Bush. Fully Max was first to go. 𝑏olente showing speed. Rather Salubrious out of the pack going forward. And there goes 𝑚𝒉𝒆. Hits Snooze not far away. Then Trommelschlagen. Further back in the field was Sharanda over on the inside of Tango Rain. Next was Zillator about midfield on the outside of Estale Girl. Sweet Venom's getting back in the field. Further back then came getting back was OY near the end. And Evil Eye Mac is near the tail of the field. And Raiden settles down last of all down towards the 600 metre mark here. Trommelschlagen Trommelschlagen found the lead. On the outside racing, second is Sweet Venom. Third down on the inside, Fully Max as they head up towards the bend. 𝑻𝒉𝒆 races fourth, Rather Salubrious. Close enough, if good enough, 𝑩𝒂𝒕𝒕𝒍𝒆. Then came Tango Rain as they come up towards the corner. 400 metres left to go in the battle of the bush. Trommelschlagen turn in first, 𝑩𝒂𝒕𝒍𝒆 back to the inside. Then came Fully Max, Rather Salubrious out in the centre. Then came 𝑻𝒉𝒆 starting to wind up with Tango Rain. Middle of this is in the centre. Down towards the distance marker, 𝑩𝒂𝒕𝒍𝒆 the leader. From on the outside, Fully Max, Rather Salubrious coming at the pair. Then 𝑻𝒉𝒆, 𝑩𝒂𝒕𝒍𝒆's the leader. Rather Salubrious is coming quickly on the outside. Rather Salubrious moved up, hit the lead. It's Goatee past back of the bush. Rather Salubrious beat 𝑩𝒂𝒕𝒍𝒆. 𝑻𝒉𝒆, middle of this, S-Style Girl, Tango Rain. Galapagos never got in the call. Then Fully Max. Further back in the field was Sweet Venom. Next over the line, Trommelschlagen got tired. Then Sharanda. Further back, Tango Rain, OY. Next over the line was Hit Snooze. Further back, Evil Eye Mac. Then came Raiden, was near the tail, Zillator. One of the last ones to greet the judge in the Battle of the Bush of 2021. Rather Salubrious.
Oh, it was an unbelievable win by Rather Salubrious. They had a good battle, didn't they? The 7 and the 1 down the straight. 𝑩𝒂𝒕𝒍𝒆 just with that top weight of 62 kilos, Nathan. Probably in the closing stages, just really feeling that.
Just anchored late, but terrific story here, Rather Salubrious and Wendy Peel. David Reynolds, the trainer from Dolby at the barrier draw on Wednesday, they spoke about the opportunity to have some of these bigger names booked, and he said, no, well, I approached some of those Sydney jocks and they couldn't commit to a ride at Chinchilla in 3 weeks' time, so he said, I'm sticking with Wendy, and that's a great result for her. It'll be a career highlight for her, no doubt, winning a $200,000 race, and you can see the joy on her face as she goes across the line.
Absolutely. And Nathan, it's just so important, races like this, isn't it? So country racing is such an important part of Australia, and to celebrate it with a race like this is massive.
In Queensland too, it's such a vast state here in Queensland, and there's a lot of country racing run, so this has been a great concept, the third time it's been run, and some very, very happy connections.
There's plenty to be excited about on 7-horse racing this afternoon. We reminisce with us about the season that was, the best races over the past 12 months, and the countdown is on to our final Group 1 race of the season.